Hey ladies, how are you? It is Lexi D'Angelo here. Today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about being in the now, not the later. So I just wanted to take a second and think about, how often do you find yourself operating from the later as opposed to the now? I think that we all have the tendency to just become so trapped in thoughts about the future that we, forget to really experience, appreciate, and enjoy what's happening right now, here. I know I catch myself doing it way more than I would like. I'll think like, oh my gosh, shit, I need to make that call. I need to schedule that appointment. Oh yeah, and I need to pack for this trip or whatever it is. Like I'm always thinking about something else when I'm doing something in the present. And while it's awesome to, plan and make sure that you have a really powerful and efficient schedule, it does you no good whatsoever just to be constantly thinking about your to-dos or what's going to happen in the future. We can't predict the future, so it's really important that we can be present because that's what we can control. It's funny because just recently, actually, a client of mine was telling me that she sometimes experiences anxiety because she is both a caregiver for a member in her family and she's running her own business. So she was explaining how when she's with her family member, she feels really guilty and feels like she needs to be working on her business and there's so much to do. But when she's working in her business, she feels equally as guilty and believes that she should really be with her family member, helping them out. And that is just a cycle that you don't want to catch yourself in. That is so exhausting to never feel like what you're doing is good enough in that moment. So I suggested that she do two things. First, that she schedule time in her calendar for both of these things in her life. Obviously, I am a huge fan, actually, of really scheduling almost everything into my calendar because I like to know, what's coming up and what I really need to focus on in that moment. So I suggested if she's really having trouble dividing her time, to schedule it in if that's going to help her. And then, more importantly, when she is, being with that family member or when she's in her business, to be super present. So when she's with the family member, to not think about the business, to turn it off and just be fully there and enjoying the presence of her family member. And then when she's working in her business, to be so engaged in her business and just be really focused on what she can achieve there in that moment. I think that we, even in business, when we're focusing on our business, we're thinking about the next thing that we can do or the next thing we can accomplish. But it's just so important to realize that we only have this present moment. So what can we do in the present moment to make sure that we are taking, not advantage of it, but just really making the most of it? And I think that this happens, with almost everything in our everyday lives. Literally something as simple as just enjoying or eating a scoop of ice cream. How often do you just sit there and savor it and really appreciate it for the flavor and the joy it's bringing you? I know a lot of the time myself and I know others would say, oh shoot, this is so good. When's it going to end? Oh no, what's going to happen when it ends? Or, oh shoot, I'm eating my ice cream, but I have all this other stuff to do. I have to check this off the list. I have to check that off the list. It's so exhausting. Just be present and try to savor whatever is happening in the moment. So it doesn't have to be savoring ice cream. It can be literally savoring anything in your life. So whether that's a hilarious moment that you're sharing with friends, the feeling of, sticking your feet in the warm sand on the beach, or just being by yourself and enjoying the serenity of curling up on your couch and diving into a book that you love. Whatever it is, just be so focused on the present. And I know it's easier said than done, but when you catch your mind wandering and thinking about things to do in the future, try as much as you can to bring yourself to the present and just focus on something as simple as your breathing. as a sensation in your body, any feelings that you're, experiencing. It's just truly powerful when we can really stay rooted in the present moment, because like I said, it's the only thing that you can control. So I want to challenge you to think about not only being present, but like, how can you make this moment the best moment now? Not like in an hour or tomorrow how you can make your life better, but how can you make this moment that you're experiencing right now even better? How can you appreciate it even more? So just really figuring out what it means for you to be present and how you can just enjoy the now. So when you operate from this place of being truly present, amazing things will happen. And I think you will see that you not only enjoy your life even more, but others enjoy being in your presence even more, because they feel how connected you are with yourself, with the moment, and with them. So let me know how you stay connected to the present, and maybe even like what's the most difficult thing for you when trying to stay connected to the present. Definitely be sure to leave the comments in the comment section, and I will read them and get back to you. I will see you here next week. Bye, guys.